Suck my Haas. Haas got their first points. That's exactly what K-Mag told Hulkenberg a few years ago, and probably what he said after Sunday. But we put up a poll who would score points first out of Haas, McLaren, AlphaTauri. Haas won, and Haas won on Sunday.
They did. Haas won on Sunday. Haas scored a championship point, and they took away a championship point from another team that was in this poll, AlphaTauri. We had Shinoda close to getting the point. He finished in 11th. And then, of course, McLaren were the other team not to score points in the opening race. And to be honest, they pretty much got nowhere near scoring points in this race. So it looked like in qualifying they could maybe do something. But yeah, Lando Norris ended up starting at the back of the grid, and it was just a disaster.
We're going to talk
race.
about McLaren in a separate vid,
We are.
but honestly,
It was a disaster
to sum
for
up
McLaren.
in 15 seconds, they're awful.
It's kind of crazy that it wasn't that long ago. I remember 2 seasons ago, Lando Norris felt like the guy that could challenge. He felt like outside of the Mercs and Verstappen, he was the man.
Yeah, no, it's...
Now he's like a a jobber. But anyway, Haas got their first points of the season. I like the Haas driver lineup. I think Haas have got a good driver lineup with Hulkenberg and Magnussen. I don't think either of them is any. I don't think they're anything spectacular.
It reminds me
but
of like a Jarno Trulli or Ralf Schumacher lineup.
Yeah, I mean...
2 mid-carders, but alright.
Yeah, I don't think either's spectacular. I think either's probably good enough to be a world champion, or... I mean, Hulkenberg can't even get on the podium, for God's sake, but I think that they're both,
Well, let's put some respect on Hulkenberg's name, right? See, when he was teammates with Perez, there wasn't much between them.
You could argue he was better.
Exactly, you just never got the podium.
But what Perez was good at back in those days was a lot of times he'd go like, what he'd do one stop, crazy one stops on the tyres.
Aye, Hulkenberg would do a one stop into the wall and hoover a podium off himself, so...
But yeah, Haas getting their first points of the season, and maybe this will kickstart Haas on now. Maybe they'll be a regular point scoring team. Can you see that in the future? Or
I feel like Haas just get worse as the year goes along.
Yeah,
I mean, the way I look at it is, see now with 4 teams, only 2 teams can realistically, 2 cars can score points, and Alpine should be that team. But
you're always going to get a DNF and stuff like that.
Oh, no, you are, but I feel like over the year, I think McLaren will improve. Alfa Romeo and Haas set very similar level. Williams, I predicted double points. That's at the windy. I feel like Haas, though, good driver lineup, no rookies, they will score points.
Gunther Steiner was happy to see them get their first points of the season.
You look like an idiot.
AlphaTauri, I think, are probably most likely to score points. The other two, though, I mean, themselves and McLaren.
Even though their lineup shite, the car's not that bad. It's better than last year's.
Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, Haas getting their first points of the season. That means the only 2 teams not to score points so far in this championship season is McLaren and AlphaTauri. Will both of their seals go in the next race down under in Australia, or do you think they will continue with a big fat zero next to their name?
Well, it's Piastri's home Grand Prix, so he'll be looking to score points. And I will say this, you know what, this season's actually good. I couldn't pinpoint a car as the slowest. I think it will be track dependent, recent years, whatever. McLaren, yeah, we can joke they're 10th, but realistically, I mean, he got 8th in quali.
Yeah, and Pastari was only just off. I think he was 11th.
No, Norris was 18th. Piastri got through. Piastri was 8th.
Norris would have been higher up.
Oh, he might have been. So that means what, they could have been 8th, 9th?
I think he had a lap time deleted.
No, he hit the wall.
Oh, well, fair enough. That's alright.
Point is Piastri better than Danny Rick? Find out tomorrow.
Alright, that's it. Till next time. Peace.